this is Scott from Scott Shop Media. Today is Wednesday, February 10th, and this is what is happening on the mountain. Quick traffic update. We have 4 daytime and 1 overnight CalTrans projects affecting your commute today. 38 is where a lot of this activity is going on, 38, and then the 330. Stick around and we'll give you some more details about what's going on. The late breaking news is there's an overturned cement truck that we've been posting on the 38 as you get into Big Bear City there. That's got you detoured. So that's one of those projects. And then some of the other stuff is the regular ongoing stuff, as well as the 330 closure that we've been talking about all week. Hazardous weather, nothing forecasted this week. Although later in the week, maybe starting tomorrow night, off and on through Sunday, rain and snow is possible. Not going to be a big system. It's the second and third low pressure system or trough that's moving into the area that we've been talking about. Not super cold, not super powerful, but we will keep you updated if that changes. This will leave us with little to no fire risk off and on. And for the next 7 days, it may elevate slightly to low and then go back down the next day to little to no risk. So that is good news. Currently, there were 2 crimes reported on the mountain in the past 48 hours and 2 power outages reported so far today from Southern California Edison, affecting 225 customers. And lastly, COVID update. Things are looking really good. County was really slow to report over the weekend and earlier this week. And so we had the latest update was 31 new cases reported since Sunday, from Sunday to yesterday, which brings us about 70 active cases, which is really good. It's the smallest number we've seen in a long time. And unlike last week where we saw 8 deaths reported on the mountain, we have no deaths reported this week. So that's what I have for you. If you have a few minutes to stick around, we'll go into greater detail, starting with our traffic. And we'll start up here on the 38 in the Sugar Loaf area. We have an overturned cement mixer that we've been posting on. It's got you delayed and detoured in the area. Further down and between Old Mill Creek and Jenks Lake, you're going to have lane closures and pilot cars for that ongoing emergency work and crack seal operation. A lot of that is to do with the El Dorado fire. 330, we have that week-long project. Hopefully it'll be done today, but we'll keep you updated between Dollar Curve and East Fork. Kind of just cleaning up from the winter, cleaning up the rock slides and clearing out the drains and stuff like that, getting ready for the remainder of the winter. And then overnight tonight, we will have that potential closure on the 330, transition to the 210. One of those transitions may be taken up as CalTrans is doing the ongoing widening of the 210 freeway. Weather's going to look decent today, tomorrow night. However, second of 3 systems moves into the area, giving us just about a 20% chance of rain overnight, maybe some snow and higher elevations. Not going to be a lot, not a huge storm if it does make it all the way here. Friday evening through Saturday, it should clear out, but then Saturday night we get the last and strongest of the 3 troughs that are been lining up, and gives us maybe a little bit better chance of snow, a little bit colder temperatures. Still not supposed to be a huge rainmaker, huge snowmaker, but we'll keep you updated as we get a little bit closer and the timing and severity of that storm becomes a little bit more apparent. You can see when it does get here, it's just going to be considered a minor storm. Even down the hill, we don't expect too much rain, too much winds. And in fact, the only winds that we're expecting is as the storm blows out, we can see some gusts, maybe 35, 40 miles an hour on Sunday afternoon. And then our next chance for some wind will be on Wednesday, a week from today, where we should see some overnight gusts in the 35, 40 mile an hour range. Fire weather is looking really good right now. We are off and on this week. One day we'll be at a low risk. The next day it'll drop down to little or no risk and then back up slightly to low risk. So that'll be the pattern for the next 7 days. San Bernardino National Forest floor is under a moderate fire danger. So there's still some restrictions in place. Check the Forest Service website if you venture out into the forest. And then lastly, our long range forecast remains about average for the next 4 months. We just had 2 crimes reported in the past 2 days, both of them in the Big Bear Valley, one in Big Bear Lake, one in Big Bear City. We'll go ahead and post that, so if you saw some police activity in your neighborhood, you'll know what's going on. Southern California Edison is currently reporting 2 power outages, the bigger of the 2 over here in the Lake Arrowhead area, where 173 customers are without power until about 4 o'clock as crews are upgrading the power distribution equipment. And then over here in the community of Pines Anita, which is above Angeles Oaks off the 38, 52 customers are without power as Edison upgrades the power poles. Lastly, our COVID-19 update. We haven't updated in a few days. County hasn't been updating their site. They're getting ready to launch a new vaccination site, so that some of their emphasis have been put on here. But we got some really good news. We have 3 communities that have gone from widespread to minimal since our last time we reported our numbers. And you can see that's Angeles Oaks and Forest Falls and Green Valley Lake. I think that was the 3, have all gone from widespread to minimum. It looks like maybe even some more communities, especially communities like Rim Forest and Sugarloaf and Fawnskin, some of the smaller communities, they are also positioned well to downgrade to the minimum risk. This is the state's 4-tier risk assessment system. It's a 7-day average, trailing for 7 days. So some of these numbers are actually 14 days old, and that's why it takes a while for the communities to get upgraded or downgraded, but we are trending in the right direction. 31 new cases reported between Sunday and yesterday, average about 10 a day, so that's not bad. And no new deaths reported so far this week. So how does that look? For the Bear Valley communities, about 5% of the total full-time population has now tested positive for COVID-19. Still on the average, a widespread risk, but we should see this starting to come down to maybe to substantial or even moderate maybe next week as more communities, especially the larger communities, start seeing improved numbers. And same for the rim communities, where about almost 5.5% of the total population is tested positive. Our daily incident rate, based upon the state's 4-tier risk system, we're at about a 20, which is good. It's still room for improvement. And we would need to see fewer than 7 cases reported per 100,000 in order to drop this down to the next level, red, which is where the rest of the world is right now. San Bernardino County, California, and the rest of the country are all about 28%, 27, 28, 29%. So all within a couple of digits of each other. So everyone is trending downward, which is really good. We should see this number to continue to go down post-holiday spike. Not quite where we were at as far as the biggest spike previous, which was during the summer, but we are getting pretty close, and maybe in the next week or 2, our numbers will be where we were at when we had our first spike in the summer. And then after that, we should see it go down even more and start seeing these numbers, these risk tiers turning to red, orange, and then hopefully yellow, and having additional services opened up to us. So that's all that I have for you today. Want to really push our new website, the Mountain Dispatch, where you can sign up to get email updates. Also, all of our social media is there. And then we have timely articles on public health and safety topics of interest. Feel free to shoot me off an email if you have any suggestions on some topics or articles that you would like to see related to public health and safety, or you absolutely can text me. Follow along on Facebook, especially what is happening on the mountain, or follow along on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope at Scott Schott Media for late breaking news. Have a wonderful day.